this is Krista here with you again today. And today I want to do a video on devaluation and gaslighting by the narcissist or the cluster B disordered person. I felt inspired. I was watching a new Ross Rosenberg plus Jessica Jones, which they are both speakers about narcissism, and they have both been through it as well. Great educators. And I just got really inspired because I will begin talking about an incident that happened to me the other day when I was working. You know, I haul Amish for a living up in northern Indiana. And, you know, I have to say that a lot of them are okay to work with. They're just normal, everyday people. Some good, some bad, you know, just like everybody else. But on occasion, you do get an occasional narcissist along, just like as any other people. You will, anywhere, in all walks of the world, you can run into narcissists anywhere. Well, I ran into one the other day. And, you know, I just want to talk about how it really started twisting and contorting things. And after the argument that I had with this man, after I got home, and these feelings that I'm always left with after an encounter and an argument, you know, or a bashing from a narcissistic individual. Like, I will talk about some of my family, for instance, that can do the same thing, the gaslighting thing. And then also, like, my exes were really good at, especially my last ex, they can really just rile you and hurt you with this gaslighting, to the point where when you come away from it, it does this thing called trauma bonding, where they start insulting you, okay? Like this man did with me the other day, because I was kind of sick, and I just had my tooth pulled out, and I wasn't really doing so hot, and I was kind of disoriented while driving, and I asked him if he could help me, you know, get to where he wanted to go, with all these back rural roads. And he helped me, but he seemed to become kind of exasperated. And to anyone else I'd ever driven would have been fine, and they would have been helpful, and we would have got from point A to B, and everything would have been all right. But unfortunately, with the narcissist, it's a lot different. Because I remember that things were okay until after there was a group of men that I picked up, and I had a lot of different stops. And I remember that after they got out of the car, this man starts just insulting me over and over again, and asking me these really rude questions, and basically making me out to be a person that was incapable of doing a good job, you know, of being a professional driver. And it just got out of hand, and this man just kept going on about it and made a rude insult when he got out of my car. And I was talking about it in my last video, how it can put a person into a rage. But the thing is how they accomplish that is by using forms of devaluing, where, you know, they are going to put you down. They're going to insult you and put you down into a place where you even start doubting yourself. I know that when I run into these individuals, when I come home, I know that I do start doing that to myself. I start being unsure and feel like I'm not good enough, you know, that I cannot do my job and be doing a good job and everything. But it's actually them. And they can go on, and when you get to the point where you start doubting yourself, and the job you do, even your own sanity, because it can really drive a person crazy. I start kind of feeling insane, you know, after I come away from those things. And, you know, it's really sad, and, but that's really kind of the tricks that they use. And, I mean, it got me so off course, the way that he was treating me, that it's actually taken a few days, and I had to get back into listening to some gaslighting videos again, because I have to remember that that they can be really good at doing it. They can just really make their victim think that and doubt themselves, to where a person can finally give up on doing what they're doing, be it a job or whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish, and, you know, living a normal life. They will sabotage your efforts. They will try to sabotage your efforts and keep badgering you with that gaslighting and devaluing, to the point where you can give up. And like me, I remember even thinking for a couple of days that I just wanted to give up, and I just wanted to go find another job, just because of this one person. But I know better than that, because it's happened in the past. You know, just on rare occasion, I will get one in my car that will just tell me all kinds of bad things and make me doubt myself and my efforts as doing a good job. And, you know, I think, especially when you're having a bad day, when you're struggling with your health or some other different things in your life in different areas, how they can really see that how weak you are. You know, they can really kind of even intuitively point out those areas and just dig a hole in that spot, and just keep digging a hole and pounding you down until you feel worthless, and that and so inadequate that you know, you might give up on whatever it is, or yourself even, you know. And that is the place that they keep you. That is how down that they keep you. They can even do it even worse, like with my last boyfriend, how he got me put on drugs and to keep me down, and how he kept me all to himself, and how they say that the victims can even throw their own children under the bus. And I know that he took me away from my children, and it was almost like he made me forget about them by putting me on these drugs, and then starting to tell me all kinds of bad things about myself, that I really don't feel that way, or I really don't think this, when in actuality I did, and I told him. And it would be so frustrating, and I didn't understand why he was doing it. Learning all these things about gaslighting these days has really helps me come out of that hindrance of my abilities to do anything right, you know, or to benefit me, like in the workplace or any other area in my life, for that matter. So anyways, you know, I would really like to get into the gaslighting further, and put further information on it, because it can be so destructive as to a person and their self-confidence to even think for themselves, or, you know, be separate individuals away from this person, because what it does is it makes them more dependent on that abuser for everything, and then you just become like just even more of a helpless victim. So yeah, I wanted to kind of touch on that today, and I hope maybe I can help someone, and I know that it's helping benefit me learning about all this stuff. So stay tuned for more. Peace.